Hi, the TAKful Creator here. Okay, let's get started. May God the Creator bless us. May God the Redeemer heal us. May God the Holy Spirit enlighten us. Give us eyes to see, ears to hear, and hands to do the work of God. Feet to walk the path of justice, and mouths to preach the good news. May the angel of peace, prosperity, love, healing, grace, abundance, nurturing, and care watch over us and lead us to the reign of God. Ashe. Okay, so let's see. What do we have here? A lot of messages. Sheesh. Okay, so something about a home cooked meal, right? Heavy on the starches. Okay, probably because there's children present, so someone is currently making a home cooked meal for their kids. If I'm right, like it, but if I'm not right, like it. I don't know. Don't judge me. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, so someone is making food for children. Okay, so this children room energy, and I guess they're doing this while looking through social media posts or scrolling through their social media feed. Maybe the home cooked meal, you know, the food that they're preparing for their children is actually social media worthy, and so they're putting it on social media. Yes, Scorpio vibes. So that is the whole, I'm kind of going to showboat, like, look at me do something, and, like, don't judge me for it, but, like, also, like, critique me in a positive way. And it's just, like, I don't know, I have a few Scorpios in my family, all different kinds of Scorpios. You know, someone left a comment about Libras and said that, you know, I got Libras all wrong, and, you know, there's so many different type of Libras. Yes, you are correct. And there's so many different type of Scorpios, and there's so many different type of Pisces and Aries and Taurus and Gemini, and we can go on. There's so many different types of each sign. I'm talking about when I am expressing the summary or definition, or what I'm gauging from the ethereal. When I am discussing this with you, it is particular to one aspect of the sign. Okay, which means some person in the world had to show up in the collective and act like it, so that I can say they are a blah and they act like this. Now, don't get me wrong, there's somebody in the collective that has a different sign that acts just like that, but that person was not a part of that reading. Okay, the Libra was a part of that reading, and in this reading it is the Scorpio. The Scorpio is a part of this reading. Okay, and the Scorpio that we're not talking about vengefulness. That's not the type of Scorpio we're talking about here. We're talking about the Scorpio that kind of likes to be in the limelight without people seeing that they like the limelight. You get what I'm saying? That's the type of Scorpio I'm speaking on in this specific reading, with the energy that's attached to all this other experience we will be getting into. Okay, there's something about some kind of parasitical nature about it, and that's what I was talking about, possibly making the food for the children only to take a picture of it and put it on social media, or only to showcase their what is it when you are leading the pack, influencer, and showcasing their influencer skills by making a home cooked meal that's healthy and stuff like that for a child. You know, there is one influencer that I saw on my feed, and I don't really want to name him out there, but if you know him based on this description, then you know we're cool. If not, and you know someone else based on this description, that is great too, so keep that in mind. Okay, so this dude, he's kind of mocha, he's about my complexion. You can't see it in this light maybe, but if you look at my other videos, he's about my complexion, and really buff, super duper buff. Like, you could tell he's a gym buff, but it's like a healthy looking buff, not like he takes steroids. He's not like extremely veiny. It's more like he looks like an action figure, right? But just a mocha action figure. And he's really clean cut. On his Instagram, you only really see him with his son, and he makes a lot of healthy meals. He goes to the store and he's just like, this is what you shouldn't do, and he wags his finger like that or something, and then he's like, this is what you should, and then he'll make the food shirtless and stuff. You know you can hear the smile, because he be looking, and you know, God bless them, Ashe. But what I'm saying here is that maybe he's moving in this Scorpio vibe, right? And it's not as beautiful as what it seems like under the influencer light. It's actually kind of parasitical and kind of offering a mental entrapment maybe to the the children, or offering a mental entrapment to people who are viewing what he's doing and feeling some type of way about not having the time, energy, or resources to do it themselves. Okay? And in actuality, it could mean an instant death for some aspect of his life. It could be an instant death for his social media following. It could be an instant death for his I'm not sure, like if he has sponsorships and stuff, it could be like a death to that. But I'm not entirely sure, like, the theoretical death. I just know it's not a physical death, right? So let's ask Divine. Hi, Divine. Hey, can you show me no? Thank you. Yes. And that we're on the right track. Oh, you're so much appreciated. Clear it, please. So, thank you. Are we talking about a physical death here? No, we're talking about instant death to possibly the mental entrapment or the psychological turmoil he's offering, even under the guise of positivity, right? Because if he's waking up at, let's say it's like 5 o'clock in the morning, if he's waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to create the scene and structure these videos, and the child, you know, hears him up doing whatever he's doing, and not to say like a child shouldn't stay in a child's place, but I'm saying more so like, you know, he's having a full production and the room right next to the child's bedroom. It's like, you know, it's, you can only sleep through, you know, but so much. So in a situation like that, the kid is not really offered the energetic nourishment that comes from, oh, my parent made this food with me in mind. They made this food so that I can be nurtured and because they love me. No, it's more so like they made this food because it's their job. Now, growing up, I know personally, my mom wasn't an influencer or anything, but yeah, her making food for us was a job. I didn't really think of it as oh, she loved us, so she's feeding us. I thought, like, you know, the government said that she can't let us die, so you know, she can't let us die, so she gotta feed us. Like, that's kind of what I thought. But my mom made a lot of healthy meals, stuff that we didn't want to eat as children. But, you know, in hindsight, I see the positivity now. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing the health-giving benefits now. My immune system, amazing. You know, the frequency of me going to the doctor, almost nil. Like, what? But that was all because of the nourishment that she chose to give us growing up. So I can see that, you know, this you know, parent offering food to their children is a positive thing, regardless if the kid sees it now or not, because, you know, there's kids not being fed. However, there's a psychological attachment here that could be healthier. From personal experience with me, just like, yeah, I mean, she gotta cook. Like, she said we got food at home. Like, you gotta cook then. When we eat crackers, saltines, I mean, I can, but those are grandpa's. Like, what you want me to do? Like, okay, stop. You learning too much about me. All right. So, this instant death or nah, like, you know, the games are on chill. Like, it's just a cry. Someone is offering like a cry for help, and I'm pretty sure it's happening from the Wednesday evening into Thursday. It's currently Saturday morning, so it could be the previous or after, but just know it's a deja vu moment where a young woman is going to seem a little bit outside of herself. Now, why does she seem outside of herself? It's because she's a medium. She's not technically in her body. Her soul is in momentary or temporary union with another soul that wants to get a message across, okay? And there was some kind of mutual agreement. Either, you know, the vessel is not strong enough to cloak itself, or, you know, the vessel is strong enough to cloak itself, and it's given that, you know, I'm okay with being the spokesperson for this if this energy needs to use my vessel to portray that, or whatever the case is. Okay, so it's going to be a deja vu moment, and just know social media is going to be the highlight. All right, and that's probably because more than just whoever's in that household can see it, so there's just more energy attached to it, right? Which is kind of like an outdated concept, really. Like, keep everything in house, like don't air your dirty laundry. When, you know, people seek out therapy in order to air their dirty laundry. Like, the whole point of this is to air dirty laundry. You know, the whole point of airing it is so that it doesn't fester and stink up the place. You know, I saw somewhere, oh, artist creativity with an Aquarius. So an Aquarius is cooking something up and they're being really creative about it, but it's outdated. So just be aware of it. It's kind of like a deja vu moment, but just know, like, it's necessary because the Aquarius did not get the memo, did not understand the message fully, but they will understand the message after this next segment from the ancestor or spirit that is using a vessel to be a medium. Okay, but just to double back, I saw something about genes that you don't have from the like one of like the founders or whatever, that you don't have to wash them. Like, they're meant to be like a cover, like a jacket, like a coat. You don't really wash a coat as often as you wash a t-shirt. So that's how you're supposed to wash jeans. And I'm sitting here like, what? Not the way people wear their jeans, you know, for sure. But then I thought about it. I'm like, okay, well, where does the bacteria lie and how does the bacteria cultivate? Well, it needs a certain temperature. If that temperature is not given, i.e. like an incubator, i.e. like your body wearing the clothing or it's sitting next to a heater, then the bacteria really can't incubate that specific bacteria. Okay? So in essence, that bacteria would die off. You don't really have to worry about that. So what do you have to worry about? The bacteria that can withstand certain temperatures. So what do you do normally? Well, you put clothes out to dry. Well, this is what they did back in the day. You put clothes out to dry on a line so that it can air dry. You don't have to, you know, you hand wash it and then you put it outside to air dry on the line. And I say back in the day, like, I didn't do this myself. So that's kind of like the funny part. Yes, I have my own memories of hanging up my clothes, and it's funny because I still do that. So on the line is literally a string. Like, it's not like I hang them up in a closet and let them dry like that. No. Like, I literally hang them up on a string. But that is because I'm around many generations, and the oldest generations still use that as if we were still back in the day. So, digressing. This Aquarius is moving in a very outdated fashion, and she's going to try something that she's done before, and someone's going to need a doctor. Okay, someone's going to need to go see a doctor because of some kind of demonic attack. Now, this demonic attack I'm getting is emotional, mental. It's a mental entrapment. Okay, it's not necessarily physical, but it can turn physical. Okay, and what I mean by turn physical, it's not like you're going to go and smack somebody up. It's more so like your body is going to be in convulsions. Like, you're going to seize and not be in control of your vessel. And it may knock something over. It may hit something. It may bruise, or whatever the case is. Just know that you might cause some kind of injuriousness, self-harm. Okay? And it says, on the contrary, and same girl, that untrustworthy and trustworthy. Here we go. It's like this outdated belief. This person's untrustworthy. On the contrary, well, this person's acting like the same girl. No, this person's trustworthy. Like, it's like the same controversy with this Aquarius. Can you trust them? Can you not trust them? Right? Like, are they acting like the same type of person you've once known or you once tried to get away from? Or is it on the contrary? Is it different? Like, is it a separate experience to where we can act accordingly? Well, it's going to take someone, I guess, seeing the narrow light the universe is offering. And I say the universe because normally I say God, I say the divine, but the energy I'm speaking to, mainly this Aquarius in this reading, doesn't really have a higher power, but needs guidance. Okay, so here's guidance without pushing the higher power. Okay, the world created an opportunity for you to live, right, Aquarius? Yes. Okay, well now, and even if you're not an Aquarius, but you know somebody that's an Aquarius, or you have it in your chart somewhere, or if you are entertaining this energy by acting like it. Okay, well here, see what the divine is telling you after hours. This means when you are sleeping, when your soul is escaping the 3D matrix. Where are you going? What are you thinking about when you wake up? What is the feeling that you have? Can you remember 2 pieces of it? If you can remember a person that was there, what is the ethereal realm telling you after the witching hour? The witching hour is midnight, depending on where you are. It could be 3 a.m. It depends on like your specific, I guess, connection. But from 12 to 3 to 4 really being like the heaviest aspect of spiritual movement on the 3D plane. What is this time offering you? What is this time giving you? And if no one's up to talk to you or anything, and you happen to be up, what information did you get at that time? Yeah, something random played on the radio. Yeah, something was random on the TV. You woke up to hearing something. What was that you heard? What woke you up, jolted you out of your sleep? It was a message that you needed to hear. It was a message that your subconscious heard loud and clear, but your conscious needed to hear in order for you to complete the necessary tasks to progress your life path. Okay? Now, this has everything to do with removing yourself from this copycat energy. Now, this doesn't always mean like a separate person, a third party, a fourth, fifth, 10th party. It doesn't always mean that. Copycat energy could really mean that you're okay with mimicking someone. You're okay with not fully digesting mentally why you do something. Having a full thought process before speaking out on a topic that is truly important. Expressing to others deep-rooted emotions, but something a little bit like lighter than that, but still heavy, like true concepts in life. Like talk about something that requires you to do your own work, for you to formulate your own hypothesis or theory. Okay, do some kind of footwork, some kind of mental exercise, mental stamina. Okay, because what's happening is we're in a world of, oh, we saw that on TV, so this is how we're going to act with the people that we see at work. Well, we saw this at home, so this is how we're going to act with our friends. Well, we saw this with our friends, so this is how we're going to act with strangers, because we liked how our friends got attention from strangers. Like, that's the copycat energy I'm getting. It's not really like, well, what is my authenticity? What is my genuinity? What are my core values? What are my hobbies? What are my talents and skills? What are the things I find the most joy in? Not stuff that makes me happy, because happiness is a fleeting emotion. But what do I find joy in? Something that is rooted, something that can last over a time period. Okay? Once you find out those things about yourself, you're moving toward your highest divine light, away from this what is up with this copycat energy. Okay? And you're actually like putting a stop to this. You know, we'll say putting an end, so we're not talking about death all the time. Putting an end, an eternal end to this. Okay? And then putting an end to whatever masochist that wants to not show their true selves. It says tax fraud here, but I'm getting fraudulent activity, masochist. You're doing stuff that is not true to you, and it's hurting you, and you're saying that it's not hurting you because it is the right thing to do. No. It's hurting you, and you need to establish that it's hurting you. But what's happening is you're getting into this loop of, yeah, you need to be beaten to do the right thing. Or you do the right thing and you're beaten along the process. So now you don't feel like anything is going well for you unless you're beaten. Like you're literally conditioning yourself to accept punishment, to look for punishment. That's what this Aquarius is doing. Like they're a masochist. They're telling people to look for like punishment by not taking care of the easy fixes. Okay? And that's because maybe they lack a sense of creativity. And that's what they're inching to find. That's what they're moving toward. The power, the internal power that they can use to manifest their desires into reality. Right now, they're manifesting their fears into reality because they're at such a low vibrational state. But creativity and artistry is a lot higher in vibration than fear. So if you want to operate with this balance of, I guess, abundance with skills, because that's what art and creativity is you having the ability to make more of something by using your vessel to begin that energy and see how that energy builds over time to get to the finish line, your ultimate creation, right? Again, that is all high vibrational stuff. Can't happen if you're moving in fear, okay? That means that you have to let go of this untrustworthiness, okay? Find your personal power without bending over backwards for someone. That's what I'm getting by this chiropractor spot. Bending over backwards or needing to seek help from other authorities. Like, I don't know, like, I'm guessing more so. I keep saying I don't know because so many variations of what could happen is flooding my mind. So what I mean by I don't know is that I don't know one singular example to offer you that can encompass government authorities. Okay, government authorities is the encompassing word. So one example would be the police. Another example would be there was tax fraud on one of the cards. We can say going to an accountant to do your taxes. Like, that is going to a government official to handle business you can technically handle on your own using other resources, okay? However, these other resources that you can use may require you to do more footwork or legwork, but it's not going to break your back. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be as terrible as is expected. Okay? And someone's stargazing and acting really happy, so that's really good, or that is what you can foretell or foresee once this energy, you know, hones in on this personal power that they have. You know, this juxtaposition between having faith and losing it. You know, just remain in that having faith energy, right? So that this Capricorn energy of being super meta, being over everything and being the overseer. I keep saying over because maybe this Capricorn energy wanted things to cease, wanted things to be done, but now is turning to a new light. You see how it's in transition, it's turning, you know, figuring out that an aspect of something needed to end instead of everything needing to end. Okay, which is good, because what needed to end for this Aquarius Capricorn vibe? It was the need to show up as someone that you're not. Okay, the need to be a fraud or to allow others to see you as a fraud because you think it's high and mighty to be the underdog breaking through and take the precautionary steps to remove the version of you that if you were to write your obituary, you would leave out. If you will leave that part of you out of the obituary, then you need not to act like that. Okay? If we're all moving on this very narrow road, right, with this guiding light, headlights, to our eventual demise, how do we want to recall it? Okay, well, you need to live that now. live how you would want to recall it, so that someone can send this message. Oh, I didn't see these. Someone can send this message, very similar to a message that was sent on Christmas to a past old friend, that will most likely show up on their computer or Mac. Why? Because, you know, Christmas didn't offer them, you know, a better phone. There's gonna be some kind of people please. I'm really not, like, I literally make myself laugh all the time. Like, I am hilarious. But there's some people pleasing nature, and a lot of heartfelt love that for some reason keeps showing up during times of chaos or transition, right? And during these times, it's straight BS. What may happen, you know, career-wise, maybe BS, you know, in the environment with things not being as tidy, straight BS. Like, what you plan on doing when you're, you know, wanting to go out and have a good time, straight BS. You know, it's just, at this point, just be quiet. Just be quiet. Be quiet about everything. You see stuff happening, just know that you're in a transition period, and take it as a moment to reflect meditatively and ask your guides, at what point in life is the present moment referring back to? And what did you need to gain from this experience so that you can have the best outcome possible? Even if it comes from a Peter from Family Guy. Who may act like a compulsive liar, but you know, better days are coming. They're emotionally healing. And you know, sometimes people act in a certain light because they don't have the proper resources to see a different light. Okay? So, if you didn't have glasses and needed them, and I told you to read the sign in front of me, you couldn't do it, then the responsibility is on me too. The responsibility can't just be on you. Okay? But just know there's going to be something about a shopping store with a karmic Pisces and an Aries. And I say a karmic Pisces because there's a hard fall that's here. Something dealing with a thief. A long-lasting thief. So it's not like they just did this today. You know, they've done this over an extended period of time, and so there's a delay of income, right? Because of maybe excessive shopping. Bad. Someone wanted to be bad and bougie. Tires and rims, apricots, temperates. All right. So, yeah, I don't think there's anything else for me to express here. Is there anything else? No. It's just understanding where the energy is sitting right now. All right. Okay. Well, I'll see you soon. Thank you for letting me tap into your energy. I wish you all the best. Until the next.